Thank you, Pete. Thank you. Well, good morning, and again, happy Mother's Day to everyone.
Yes, happy Mother's Day.
So we're here today to talk about peace and joy, and how do you bring it into your life. We want to make it casual, so we're hoping to have engagement from all of you and have you partake if possible. So the question I'd like to start the day off with today is, what brings joy to your life? Do you know? Have you experienced it? Sunshine? Definitely. So let's talk about, when have you really felt joy in your life? Do you have an example? I know we talked yesterday, and Beth had a great one.
You know, and right now, April and May, the energies have been a lot more harsh. And doing the Divine Goddess Blog Talk Radio that I have access to people all over the world who are calling in, and they're all saying the same thing. There's a common theme. They've lost their place of joy. What brings them joy? And you never lost it. There's just some other stuff that's coming in and playing around with it, and I think it's an opportunity for you to really go within your heart, to re-examine it and look at it at a different level. You know, and a lot of people have never experienced joy, to where they couldn't even tell you, I've never had it, I've been miserable my whole life. But, you know, we're all here to help people see the light within them, And a lot of what I say to people, whether I'm counseling them on a spiritual level or if I'm doing the psychological aspect, it's getting in and looking at, do you remember a time when you were a child that you absolutely remember having fun and joy? So sometimes people have to go back that far and to look at, was it swimming in a pool, swimming in a lake?
Going to the candy shop, filling up that bag full of candies? Yeah.
My joy comes from being outside, being in nature. I commune with the trees. I've always had that connection. I'm happy if I could go and lay on a tree right now. But, you know, being a little bit older, my size has changed over the years. I would literally have to have a ladder to climb up that tree now. But I would be in heaven if I could go and lay on a tree. I'd be in heaven, absolutely.
Definitely. So it's just remembering one of those moments that brought you joy. Because with today's world, it's all about staying centered. And what does that feel like? And when we are sure of who we truly are and staying centered, we are then able to allow all the stuff that's happening around us to shift and bypass us. And it's sometimes really hard in today's world to stay in that moment of centeredness. And if you can remember that moment of joy, it can help you shift back to that centeredness. So surrounding your environment with things that remind you of that moment, whether it be flowers from the field, having a vase of flowers in your room, something tactical, perhaps essential oils, pictures, having that support or that friend you can reach out to and talk to. Different things that you can do to help shift you into that moment will help us bring back into that moment of centeredness.
And if you can remember that, you bring it into the home, the school, and the community. And a lot of individuals, this whole month, the past 2 months, have all been about reestablishing and really reviewing, examining, and reevaluating relationships. Not just with our spouses, our children, our families, but it's really getting to know and look at yourself at a more in-depth level. It's all about self-love. And right now, you know, the theme of what's going on energetically, it's all about mother. And isn't it interesting that we're here on Mother's Day and bringing that to the awareness of people who may not have known that? And it's getting to the heart of the matter of not just our physical DNA mothers. We're looking at Mother Earth. Look at the lifetimes that you've been a mother, men and women, and the relationships that we've had over time. Because we're reestablishing our relationship with the Earth right now and the way that we've existed on her for lifetimes.
And it's about nurturing ourselves.
Nurturing ourselves.
Being that self-love. I think we've forgotten to love ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
If we took a moment each day to think about all the people in our lives that we love and how much energy and support we send out to them, and then take it and put it towards yourself and hold it in your heart space, we wouldn't know what to do with it. And when we love ourselves, we give permission to love themselves also. So self-love is really, really important. You all heard of, if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of all the little chicks around you, right? So it's making sure that you turn that self-love and nurture yourself through all of this. That's what's really important. And when we take that moment again to be in peace and centeredness, you open yourself up to receiving. You open up that heart center. So I challenge you to take a moment and put your hands out in front of you and envision a ball of light. And that ball of light is your life purpose, your life vision. Feel it expand. Feel the fire in that just glow. Now pull that to your heart space. Filling that heart space. Keep breathing. Don't forget to breathe. Now move it up to your crown chakra and let it go to your soul. Because when you open up to your life purpose and hold that in your heart space, open up to receiving, you magnetize all the opportunities that the universe wants to give you to accomplish that life purpose. So being really, really clear on what you want. And when you ask for things that you want and visualize them, make sure you're asking and visualizing for the essence of that goal, of that life purpose, of what you want, and not the form. Because when you ask for the form, you limit yourself. And when you ask for the essence, the universe is open to you. You deserve it. You deserve the freedom, you deserve the happiness, you deserve that peace in your life each and every day. It is your birthright. So it's you to claim it.
So I think it's really important right now. When's the last time that you experienced joy? Was it today? Was it sometime this week? Was it last week? Was it a month ago? Because everybody's in different spaces, different places. So when was the last time that you experienced joy? So to really ask yourself, when was I in that, for my heart was smiling from one end to the other? Recall that. And it's looking at all the things that you are doing that bring the joy into your life. And remember that, because you're going to have your moments of clarity where you're in that center, where you are able to stay in that joyful moment. But as we continue to evolve consciously as a whole, we're going to have our moments. So if you have a moment of clarity now, sit here and write down the stuff, because some of us need that visual aid of when our moments of challenges come up for us. This is an opportunity for you to sit here and build your community also. Because we as a whole, especially women, have been so used for taking care of other individuals. And it's now given ourselves permission to be able to take care of ourselves. And how many of you right now are at a point in your life where you're having to re-identify or define healthy boundaries on all levels, as well as spiritual, as well as etheric? Because we're not the only ones here. There are many that are playing in with what's going on in this world right now. As this planet evolves, it is affecting everything else that's out there. So, this is a moment, or this is an opportunity to sit here and really get clear on what your joy is. And this is an opportunity to where if you're feeling like you need to start writing, that's a good way of becoming clear on what brings joy into your life. That journal can turn into a book, it can turn into a blog site, it can turn into a job that you didn't even realize that you have the ability, or that gift from another lifetime that is now coming up to the surface. A lot of us are accessing old gifts that we haven't accessed yet from other lifetimes. But there's a lot that we have to clear out before we can access it yet. So get clear on what brings joy to you. What brings that peace to you? What helps center you? When the whole world around you is really chaotic. What can bring you back? Be that Buddha in a space where there's all this chaos going around you that you can really go within. Because with that joy, you sit here and attract. Joy is one of the highest vibration that we can attract. Be clear on what it is that you want to bring into your life. A lot of people right now are looking at, what is my purpose, what am I here for? My life doesn't have meaning. But when you, again, here's your main point, start with what gave you joy, what brings me joy. And if you don't have any
what do you love to do?
What do you love to do? What trigger?
That's the sign from your highest self of what your life purpose is what you truly love to do. We spend a lot of energy every day, and you might as well make it fun. So watch for the signs. How do you start your day? How many of you have the alarm go off and go, oh God, just 10 minutes more? And you get up, you get in the shower, and you get busy, and you gotta think of all the things you gotta do, and move it, and then you're off and run and go. Off you go, running. Did you even take a breath before you woke up? What about setting that alarm just 10 minutes early and gently coming awake? Taking a breath, starting your day off with a simple gratitude. Because again, gratitude opens that heart space. It sends our body into a loving vibration. And just think about gently saying up, thank you for the day. Thank you that I have a job to go to today. Thank you for the people I'm going to meet today. Thank you for the opportunities that are waiting to face me today. And then get up and start your day. Take your shower and get ready. How do you think your day would be different? It's a simple task that we can even just start with ease, because then your day begins with ease. Simple things that we always forget to do because life gets in the way. So I challenge you to try that and see how that works.
It's amazing how many people don't have a ritual of how they begin their day. A lot of people just rush and they begin their day in a hurried manner. Well, that energy follows with you unless you shift it because it's becoming more mindful. And so part of the joy is going within your heart. It's going within your heart. So what's your ritual? When you wake up in the morning, do you ever just sit there and breathe and gather yourself? Reflect yourself. Do you know when you sleep at night, there's many parts of us that go off and we're learning different lessons, when you go to different planets, different galaxies, different universes.
No wonder I wake up exhausted.
We can wake up exhausted. So it's that mindfulness of bringing in all aspects of yourself that just went out to play. And right now, we're at a really crucial moment. We're gathering separated aspects of ourselves, separated parts of our soul. And that's where a lot of people are really having a hard time of finding that joy, finding that happiness, finding that peace, finding that centeredness, feeling ungrounded. There's a lot that's coming in. So it's being mindful of how you are starting your day. Does anybody want to share what does bring you joy? When you're having your struggles, because no matter what, when we talk about it out loud, that's when planting something and giving advice to somebody else. Where it is so simple. Joy is so simple, and yet we make it so hard.
Right in the back. Humor.
I make sure every single day that I am laughing at least 10 minutes.
She laughs a lot at me.
So we take ourselves so seriously as humans. So serious. We have to remember we're here to learn. We're here to learn.
I'm laying in bed in the morning, it's a good wake up, happiness.
Exactly. And do you know how that can raise your vibration, singing, humming, laughing? How it can raise your vibration into joy. And when you have joy, you guys, you're able to take in more love. And those are your two highest frequencies and vibrancies. And with that, it's amazing what you can attract. You can still hear it, correct? My voice carries.
Yeah, there you go. Pam?
My dog.
Your dog. Dogs have the most unconditional love. It's just, if we could live like, oh, I'm really loud. If we can live just like that with our, like animals each day, where they come and just look at you and just, no matter what you do, they look at you. You want to hug and kiss and jump and play.
And do you know the conduits that most animals are for the energies that they bring in? I mean, it's amazing. What a pet. I mean, and there's proof. There's empirical evidence that if you have a pet, or if you go to a zoo or do that exchange of energy, it lowers your blood pressure, it calms you. I mean, it does so much for us. And who doesn't go into joy when they see a pet? Who doesn't smile when they see a gorgeous horse? Cows. And every single animal has, a message for us. Pay attention to the messages that are out there to you right now. There's a lot of people who are feeling very disconnected, very separated. So the messages are there, the signs are there. How many animals have you seen this week? What have you been seeing a lot of? How many of you take the time to notice that? And to go in, how many of you meditate? To go in and seek your answers. We all want somebody else to give it to us, but the reality is we all have to do our work. But being out in nature, nature brings joy. I have yet to see somebody who doesn't benefit from being in nature.
Hearing the birds sing in the morning just starts my day.
Hug a tree. Have you noticed the past 4 years how vibrant and huge the plants are, the trees are, the flowers, the colors? It's the joy that they carry within, the vibration, and it's just us being able to notice that and go and access them.
And everybody's getting itchy to get their garden stuff, even though it's early, because they want that color. They want that joy, and that it's just fun walking and seeing all the different flowers. That's why I like going out to the Arboretum. So pretty out there.
And you know, water right now is carrying a certain frequency right now that I've noticed, and just by sitting there, you don't have to be aware of it, just the vibrancy that it's giving to us. So it's helping us with releasing parts of us that we no longer need, that can go into the light and be transformed. So to access that, you'll be amazed who isn't renewed and refreshed from water. Whether it's a lake, whether it's even a little puddle, but it's taking that time. It's amazing how phenomenal what water does for us right now. Yes.
I have to agree with you with this interesting energy that's coming from nature that we have always felt from before.
Yes.
When I go on walks with my cars, I always listen to music and something just tune in and saying, we need to
Take it off.
it off.
Yeah.
And I'm having such this profound connection with every present moment of where I'm walking, what I'm listening to, and even more than that, during these walks, I'm actually getting all of my intuitive visions of where the next step is, and it's just been, it's very accelerated right now. That's what's joyful, I think, is that we're kind of finding the answers now very quickly.
You know, and our dreams are very prolific right now, so pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. And it's amazing the stuff that's coming from our hearts right now with what I'm witnessing with the people that I work with and the people who are calling from all over, to my radio show. So there's common themes with everybody, so we're all going through it as a whole. But it's if you can go in and you can find joyful moments every single day. And for those of you who are really having a hard time with that, do 1 minute increments of it. 1 moment at this moment, at this time, I'm safe, I'm healthy, I'm happy, I'm in joy. And it's amazing if you don't feel like you're in joy, you just utter that word to yourself. It's amazing how you shift your energy. And the same with love. You automatically go there. Put a smile on your face. If you're feeling like frowning, put a smile on your face that does fake your body out.
Well, and like you said, meditation, you're walking meditation. Meditation doesn't have to be just sitting and oming and quiet. It could be doing the dishes, which we all love to do. The walking meditation is just being in that present moment. That's what it's all about, is getting us into that present moment. Ma'am, you had your hand raised back there?
Yeah, I just was thinking about what brought me joy, and it was getting out of the challenge. And then I started thinking that it's a challenge when things of joy are taken away from you. And when you finally start getting them back, you can find joy again. So it's kind of like a circle. Would you really have joy if you've never had a challenge in that kind of way?
And how did that make you feel when you were in that challenge and you were able to shift, but then, right, and then you were able to shift to that point of maybe not to the full joy, but taking that step into the right direction.
Total steps, and then also I think the highlight of the joy is to figure out why the challenge happened.
It's a lesson, right?
Yeah.
But what an empowering type of thing. When you think of your life purpose, even if it's just, if you're in that challenge and think of your life purpose, it automatically shifts you and helps you magnetize again and rearranges your day to open up for those opportunities so that you can have, again, clarity and recognize the steps that we need to take. It's sort of getting above the forest or the trees, right, and seeing what needs to be done. Yeah. But it's also, like you said, appreciating that challenge, because within challenge is a wonderful lesson for us. And it gets easier each and every time we continue to practice.
And those challenges allow us to be able to see the growth that you've made. the growth, because then you're able to see you really are more powerful than you really ever thought you were. We all are. Every single one of us are. Every single one of us are.
So think of 7 things that you love to do and feel the joy in them. Even if you can just think of 1, not just 7. But 7 things that bring you joy. I know one of the things was when I had my daughter, my first daughter, well, my second daughter too, but that first child, you just see that baby for the first time, and I never ever thought I could love something that much. And seeing my daughters grow now, that are now young adults, and how happy they are in their lives brings me joy. So just think of those 7 things. Now reflect on what stops you. What stops you from doing each one of those? Is it resources? Is it time? Money? Those lovely little voices in your head? That you're not good enough, you don't deserve it? Because we do. So take a moment and even just take one of those things that holds the most joy for you and think of one step that'll take you to that moment of joy. There's Cindy. Looking deeply. Yes, there you are, right? Again,
And
it's those baby steps that we have to take.
And how many
together.
people are in joy right now at this moment? Or that you're here and it's like shifting.
Right.
Well, look at that. So to be able to give yourself that credit that you're in that moment. You're here in it right now at this time. And, we're also at a point where it's not about we can help other individuals. There's nothing that gives me greater pleasure than to be able to share whatever knowledge I have. And if anybody finds any use with it, wonderful.
Bless you.
That's wonderful. But I know my hardest lesson is not to do for somebody else. I can offer the advice, I can give you my insight, but it has to be you who puts it into action. And this is a perfect way for you to be able to give somebody back their power, and then you have more of that energy for yourself, so you can bring that into your heart, because maybe that's what your soul is telling you, to do some more for you. Mm-hmm. You have a little more joy for yourself, because it's one less person you have to worry about or take care of.
And when we try to do it for others, we're enabling them. We're keeping them from learning the lessons they need to learn. And when that comes around for them again, and it will, it's going to be harder for them. So having the love for them and support them and share the compassion with them, but allow them to learn the lesson. Because that's, again, as Beth said, is an opportunity for growth. Not always easy, especially as moms.
Right
But-
now, what I think we're going through as a whole, as everyone, we're reevaluating perspectives, the way we used to look at things.
Mm-hmm.
And many of you might be dreaming of you're seeing glasses. That's the universe telling you that it's an opportunity for you to look at it and get a better, clearer picture. And it's looking outside of yourself, out of the drama, the chaos, and look at it from a spiritual perspective. Because right now we're going through psychological growth as well as spiritual growth right now. And do you realize we don't all go through it at the same time? Some are a little more worse than others, and we're all holding the space, and we're all taking our turns on that.
So it's watching those signs.
It's watching those signs.
So what can signs be? Other than Vanna walking across the stage with what you're supposed to be doing, right? It could be a song you hear on the radio. Someone told me for the 3rd time I'm supposed to read that book, right? It could be walking past somebody and overhearing their conversation that triggers it. It could be simple as walking down the street in that challenge, and a stranger just looks you in the eye and smiles and continues to walk on. Or you could be that stranger smiling at somebody, never knowing what that did for them in that day. What if that person was thinking, I'm going to end my life, it's not worth it, and you walked by and gave that stranger a smile, and that changed that moment. So it's always watching the signs. Like Beth said, birds. I haven't seen falcons all over the place. I need to take time to look up what falcons are. Those kind of things. It's just watching the signs.
You know, what if right now, those of you who are like your jobs, and you feel like you're in a job that's really draining your energy, and there's times where you're going, I swear, it's even zapping my life force from me. You're still there for a reason. What if you were to sit here and look at it from a higher perspective? What is it that I'm here for? And what if you have challenges with a specific individual or a group of individuals? What if it's the way that you're able to step outside of yourself and look at it again from a different perspective, and all it takes is one word to shift somebody's energy, to get them to look at something different? What if you're the one to sit here and tell them, when's the last time that you were happy? What brings you joy? What if they don't have somebody in their life that converses with them at that level? And that's enough to shift them. So this place that you never enjoyed going to, all of a sudden, it's shifted, and it's this place of enjoyment that everybody loves to go to all of a sudden. That's how quick and how easy we can bring joy into our life, into other people's life, everywhere that we go. Everywhere that we go.
And part of joy, again, is living in that moment of gratitude, right, of giving thanks. Because when we live in that moment of gratitude, that purifies our aura, and it raises your vibration.
How many of you are really, because I'm being told, stop, because I know I need to hear it for myself as much, how many of us really take for granted the good things that are going in our life? I know I'm still working on that sense of entitlement, but I came in with that energy from another lifetime that I still have to work really hard on, getting rid of it, and I know I'm not the only one out there. But how many of us need to really be mindful of, I am grateful that I'm here right now and I'm healthy? And I think it takes a lot of courage to be able to admit to that.
Right. And appreciation is a doorway to your heart. It opens up a heart. I mean, what a wonderful opportunity to spend some time today with all these people sharing joy. I know my energy has just shifted, just sharing it with you. So if you, yes?
I also think appreciation, that word, resonates at a higher level.
Oh, it does. It does.
Mhm.
Grateful to me is a little bit of not good enough in there.
Mhm.
Okay.
Appreciation is really just something that a lot of people all over has.
It is. It is. I'm very appreciative that you guys haven't gotten up and walking out of here. I mean, this is my biggest fear, even though this isn't huge. It's like, I can be on a radio show, nobody sees me, they hear my voice. But being in front where people can sit here and look at me, it's like, oh, Lord. But, I'm grateful for this. And I'm grateful that, the exchange of energy that I can feel and the stuff that I'm seeing that's going on in this room right now.
So get a feel of where you are right now. On a scale of 1 to 10, where are you right now? And then think of one thing that you have deep appreciation of. Really feel that. Feel it in every cell of your body. Now I want you to take a breath. Well, it's hard to explain this. When you take an in-breath, breathe from your crown chakra and from your root chakra. Have it meet in the heart. And then exhale from your heart. Feeling that appreciation. Where are you on the scale now? Again, if you're in that challenge or that moment, just taking a simple breath. Did you see how it helps shift you just a little bit more? Raising that vibration?
Well, I like that instead of just being like happy thing, you want to be so shallow. This joy and this appreciation is so much deeper, and it comes into your heart, really warms your heart,
Mhm.
and it just shifts the whole vibration. So it's not the same as just that happiness. But
Exactly.
it's a deeper happiness,
Yes.
an appreciation that really builds.
And-
It builds strength. I feel more stronger, more grounded, firmer presence in my body.
So as you continue to make that choice, because everything's a choice, continue to make that choice to live in appreciation, building that strength, building that empowerment, how do you feel you're going to face the next challenge? Mm-hmm. Definitely. And it's going to get easier as things go. Just remembering to breathe and being in that centeredness.
It's amazing how many of us have forgotten to breathe. It's breathe in and breathe out, and it's shallow breathing. And maybe this right now is an opportunity that let's take the opportunity of doing. I'm being guided to doing that. Just close your eyes and go into your heart center. And let's take some real deep breaths in through your nose. And don't be afraid to let somebody next to you hear that breath. And then exhale it through your mouth. Just let that weight go off and continue to do it. And then just pay attention to the energy in this room right now. Just continue to do that because it's needed to be done right now. We're all here at this moment. And since I have you right now doing that, we're going to go a little off our script here. Do you mind? We're going to go into a meditation. We're going to go take this opportunity of going right into the center of your heart as you're breathing. And we're going to go to the center of the heart. We have our high heart, our middle heart, and our low heart. We're going right into the middle there. You might see a door there, but only you have the key to go and unlock that door. And I'm seeing a lot of keys above you, so there's many of you who this is what you're needing right at this moment. Now just feel how your stomach just shifted in that moment right now. This is what your soul was longing for, your heart longing for. So take that key and unlock that door. Pay attention to what that door looks like and what the handle looks like. What does your key look like? Get to the details of it. Now see if you can finally open up that door to your heart. We're going to see and we're going to ask, what does it need more of? What's going to bring it joy? What's going to raise that vibration, keep you raised right now through these energies that we're experiencing right now? Go in and ask, what do I need to do at this moment? What makes me happy? What do I need to do for me? And as you're in there, you can go in there and ask if you can have a little more definition of what your purpose here is, and you might gain a little more clarity. Go into that heart and look around. What do you see? What are you feeling? And it's an opportunity to gather all your separated aspects of self right now that are right here waiting for you to call them back in. They're coming back in, washed, cleansed, cleared. Pieces of your heart that have been missing, it's coming back in. Let it fill it up. Raise that vibration. You're taking this opportunity to listen right now to your heart. Because right now in this world, anxiety is really rampant right now. This is your opportunity. Anxiety is just because you're not sure of what's next. Go in there. Your heart will never mislead you. It's listen. Time to listen to it. What colors do you see in your heart? Does it want some more colors coming in there? It's amazing the colors and the frequencies and vibrancies of the colors of the rainbow. And the colors are changing now, what they used to be. They're changing colors. We're no longer in the third and fourth dimension. We're in fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and ninth. We're getting higher and higher. Bring those new colors in. Bring some golden rose. Bring in that cobalt blue. Bring in that beautiful pink, the magenta. Bring in that ocean blue. Now see how your mind is starting to get lighter, starting to get brighter. You're letting go of those thoughts that you're no longer needing at this time. I'm seeing words flying off of everybody, so keep on doing what you're doing. Those old belief systems are leaving. You're going to bring joy and love to a new level for yourself. And while you're in there, why don't you go and ask your heart, what messages do I need to know right now at this time? That's for my highest and best good. And I'm going to give you a moment of silence to be able to listen to it. You guys are doing wonderful. And while you're at it, continue to do what you're doing. I'm talking to your outer parts of yourself now. Your Merkabas are wanting to be cleansed and cleared, and we need those with our ascension period right now. So we're releasing all that muck and yuck and junk that's in the Merkaba. And it's just an outer layer of us that's helping us take in this higher consciousness. We're releasing all that debris to the north, the south, the west, the east, as above as below, as well as within. And pay attention to how much lighter and brighter you're feeling now in the room. You guys will be flying out of here. I'm going to give you 30 more seconds, and it's my guides that are guiding me, so I've learned to get out of the way. And now be very aware and mindful of your body and its senses right now. Which part of your body is needing more joy, more color in it right now? Send color. What color does it need? And nobody's left their bodies because it's safe to be in your body. That's why you're more mindful of your body right now, how it's feeling. You're here, it's safe to be here. And pay attention to how much lighter and brighter you're feeling right now. And now visualize your inner self putting the hands over your heart. In your mind's eye, continue to say, love, love, I am love. And now you're going to come out of that heart space knowing that you can go there at any time. You've unlocked it. Because that's not the only wisdom it has to share with you for today. It's just right now at that moment. And you're going to open your eyes and you're going to carry this feeling with you for the rest of the day. And hopefully those of you who have needed an answer, you received what you needed. You're all looking bright and light. Be mindful of your feet and your connection to this earth, to this world. Because it's really fun to leave, isn't it? But we're here for a reason.
And what is our heart space other than the mediator or the connection between our higher chakras and our earth chakras. And it's bringing them all together and centered. Everybody doing okay? Are you ready for one more exercise? We're going to get you guys floating. This is a great way to end it. It's an exercise I pulled from the book Living with Joy, and I thought it'd be a great way to end the day. And so I'm going to ask you to close your eyes again.
And if you can't, you can keep them open. I have to go into meditation with my eyes open, so if that's what you need to do, feel free to do it.
So as you think about the day ahead, connect with your soul and ask to feel more of the deep, abiding peace and joy of your innermost self. Grow quiet for a moment, relax your body, and affirm that you are open to experience more inner peace and joy right now and throughout the day. Allow the peace of your innermost self to enter your mind, allowing you to have a quieter mind and more peaceful thoughts. Feel this deep calming your emotions. Let the peace flow into your body, allowing your muscles to unwind and feel more relaxed. Notice how much more peaceful, centered, and balanced you now feel. Note how your peaceful thoughts calm your emotions and relax the body, enhancing the feeling that all is well within the world. Let someone or several people come to mind while you are in the state of peace. Radiate the peace and joy you are feeling to whoever comes to mind right now. Sense how it feels to radiate peace and joy to others. Picture yourself going through the day in this peaceful, joyful, centered, and balanced state. Think of the people you will be with today. Imagine yourself feeling peaceful and joyful around everyone, offering your peace and joy to others in this way. Observe how you feel about the people, how you respond when you're in this state. Say to yourself, I choose peace and joy. I offer peace and joy to the world and all life in it. I create from a peaceful inner state that brings me my highest good. My peace allows me to affect the world around me from my highest level. I positively affect everyone around me with my peace and joy. I am peaceful. I choose peace. Yeah. Pete's saying we have to come back. I hope this was very, very helpful to you all. And again, thank you for allowing us to share our joys with you and to share this day.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Kellie,